Dear colleagues, good morning. Thank you very much for your kind invitation to this conference. It's very fine that we could reschedule the times of our presentations, and I'm really glad and proud to take part here. I would like to give you now some information about our Megalithic Roots Association, which is one of the officially recognized cultural roots of the Council of Europe, and I am a board member. As a board member, I would like to present this to you. The goal of the association Megalithic Roots is to link together the oldest monuments of Europe by cultural roots, which not only lead to the megalithic monuments themselves, but also highlight the manifold features of the surrounding landscape. Obviously, there's a close link between the origin of the megalithic monuments and the history of the cultural landscape. Both occur at the same time and symbolize the early efforts of humans to make use of nature by extensive measures to shape the natural environment. Megalithic Roots is a project in which the boundaries between the natural and the cultural sciences no longer exist. For this reason, representatives of important European geoparks and nature parks are also members of Megalithic Roots, in addition to specialized archaeological, museum and tourism institutions. Together with archaeologists, they are active in creating and constructing attractive cultural routes that aim to highlight the broad spectrum of attempts by prehistoric communities to demonstrate and assert, even thousands of years ago, the summit of creation. In addition to these tour projects, which are addressed to single visitors, but also developed to be realized in cooperation with commercial tour operators, the single members of Megalithic Roots have their own fields of action. At first, you will see the museums, indoor and outdoor. There is a wide scale of their size and their thematic orientation. On the one hand, very small but extraordinary museums like Cerro Espai Transmisor in Artesa de Segre in Catalonia, styled by the famous Spanish architect Toni Gironi, with the permanent exhibition of one dolmen and its decorated stelas. On the other hand, you will find extensive archaeological exhibitions and activity parks like the Hunebed Center in Borger in the Netherlands, or our Archaeological-Ecological Center, the Stonehenge Park Dithmarschen in Germany. The same combination you will find in Sweden in our member region Falbygden. There is the Archaeological Falbygden Museum combined with the Open Air Museum and the Activity Park, Ekehagens Forntidsby. Concerning the development of Real Roots projects, we are currently seeing numerous activities in different countries where archaeologists and tourism professionals have joined forces. However, we are at the beginning of this future-orientated cooperation. The project Megalithic Roots is committed to the principles of low impact or sustainable tourism and refrains from any irreversible measures affecting the natural environment when developing opportunities for tourism. Priority is given to the use of the existing roads and routes, as well as to the promotion of mobility in tune with nature and current social concepts such as hiking and bicycling. Moreover, museums and educational institutions such as schools and extracurricular establishments are being encouraged to develop new possibilities for cross-border cooperation in the field of youth education and European exchange programs for children and young people on the subject of megalithic roots. From 2013 onwards, Megalithic Roots promotes once a year an International Day of Megalithic Culture, the European Day of Megalithic Culture. On this day, there will be events in all member regions celebrating the topic of megalithic culture and their manifestations. Beside all tourism programs and educational activities on this day, all members are looking for a new chance to raise awareness of their megalithic monuments, to teach their characteristics and their purposes, and to guard them in order to frame this part of our history for future generations and to encourage local activities to create new possibilities of dealing with the great theme of local identity and history, as it becomes already clear if you have a look at the oral history with its numerous examples of local myths and legends about the giants and other mystical figures as the creators of the megaliths. Beside the identity building meaning of megaliths on a local level, megaliths are ideal examples to show the formation process of a common Europe, a common European culture, how Europe was founded and grown up by an overwhelming widespread idea which led to initiatives and efforts to demonstrate the strength of a common sense and decisiveness. Today, we can talk about 35,000 to 40,000 single sites as the outcome of this process and which remains from the Neolithic period, mostly from the Neolithic period. They are spread over the majority of the European member states. Some lie hidden in rough terrain, others are well-known excursion destinations and belongs to the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The Megalithic Roots Associations sees itself as a meeting point for all those who want to get involved in the development of new possibilities of public access, especially in places where the sites are only regarded as local specialties, but there is but where no connection with European history has been seen so far. With this objective, this program fits perfectly with the general objectives of the European cultural roots of the Council of Europe. In the first step, after the beginnings of a single megalithic cultural route in northwest Germany in 2009, we have started a European initiative in 2012 with members from Denmark, Sweden, and the Netherlands, and founded in Megalithic Roots Association in 2013. In 2013, the project was officially recognized as a European cultural route by the Council of Europe, managed in close cooperation with the European Institute of Cultural Routes in Luxembourg. Today, we have 35 members spread over Western Europe from Sweden to Spain. For a further expansion towards southeast, we have intensive contacts with Turkey at the moment, Lebanon, and Georgia, for example. These current projects, unfortunately, had to be postponed due to the corona crisis. Yeah, I think here in session number 10, in the session of the conference, Ways of Public Appreciation of Megalithic Monuments from Local to Global. Here we will present also in the conference next year megalithic roots on the one side. We would like to do so if possible, and other projects, cooperations like from Portugal to Lebanon. We have some examples of presentations which should be shown in the conference next year. Yeah, thank you very much for your attention. And yeah, are there any questions, or how do we continue now?
Is it? I don't know, because I work in raw materials, not especially in megalithism. I usually work on Paleolithic, but now I'm involved with João Caninas in the megalithism in this project. And my question is there any organized and strong connection about because there are some Portuguese megalithic roots, but I have no idea if they are linked to the organization, to your organization. So is it any way to do it, and how can we do it?
We have some regional or local organizations like museums or tour operators which are connected or are members of our association. And as far as I know, we have 2 members also at the moment in Portugal, where we are leading to the megalithic monuments also in Portugal. At the moment, we have 3 members in Spain also. So 4 or 5 members at the moment on the Iberian Peninsula, but we hope to get more members in the next years because we try to widen our cooperation in the next years and to connect more or less the ways, the original tracks from one place to the other. So we really would have, in the best case, one route which is not interrupted, but one route which leads from southwestern Europe to the north of Europe, for example. This is the goal we have for the next years, and to get more members. Yes, please, also from Portugal, of course.
Okay, thank you. Because I know that some ways were built when for heritage preservation. But I guess the money came, some things, the tracks and the monuments were organized and rearranged, and then it was just that. So it's a little bit small islands, and they are not connected with a larger framework. So I think it would be very important to do that. Yes, I say.
That is our goal, or our possibility to get together all these different points where a lot of activities are made in the last years in the whole of Europe. And of course, this is one of our tasks as an official cultural route of the European Council to connect them. But of course, it also depends on the activities and of the interest of the local or regional organizations to become member, which of course has also some membership fees included, but on the other side a lot of opportunities for cooperation, for communication, for the exchange of experience. So beginning from the design of signposts, for example, to the ideas of digital information connection, so which we have already experience in other regions in Europe.
Okay, thank you very much. I will contact my colleagues, because I think it's more and more it's important to get everything connected, because Europe has small countries, and small countries have small regions, and small regions have small organizations, and everyone is talking to itself, and I feel there is very few interconnection between these organizations. So I think we should somehow see who is available to do and be linked with the others, and go follow that track and get everyone connected. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. I have to apologize that I have to leave the meeting soon because I have other time schedules now. Sorry for that, but thank you again that I could participate today here this early time, and I wish you all the best. Good luck for your conference next year, and I hope I and colleagues of me, of course, can take part from megalithic roots next year in Portugal, in another time, in a better year than we have today. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.